economy, the role which Karnataka plays in the sphere of politics and culture. It's the growth story of Karnataka, and on this note, let me introduce our guest, former Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Ashwath Narayan. A very warm welcome to you, for making time for News9. Let me start this conversation. Has Karnataka met all its developmental goals?
I didn't get you.
Has Karnataka met all the developmental goals?
Definitely, in comparison with many other states and many other countries, yes, there are some good developmental goals which has happened, but we got to go a very long way when it comes to the terms of benchmarking particularly in the terms of quality education, quality healthcare, quality governance, good governance, or the good infrastructure. It's a long way, but somewhere to one extent there is a satisfaction, but we need to go a long way. We need to perform, we need to have a lot of clarity, we need to compete, we need to prioritize the good system so that it should be very easy to access, easy to get services. So this kind of enablements and facilitation can go a big way, but it's a big challenge. We need to keep pursuing.
BJP was in power for 10 years, 2 separate full terms. Now Congress is again in power. So in terms of legacy of last 5 years, what do you think is the foremost legacy which continues in this government in terms of economy?
As a state, Karnataka, irrespective of governments, we used to have the continuity, of the policies, and there used to be no disruption. But now, the new government which has come, the Congress government, it's completely in a very destructive mode. It's completely in a reverse mode. They are in a reverse gear. They are trying to undo whatever good things have been done so far. They are trying to disrupt the entire ecosystem. They are not trying to be an enabler. They are not trying to be a facilitator. They don't appreciate. Somehow they are in the old age, still the Stone Age period. They are just into creating more of a nuisance value than in being more progressive. They are more into political rhetorics. They are more into political rhetorics. They are just making more noise. They are trying to be more divisive, appeasement and divisive. They are just trying to spendthrift. They are just in the spendthrift mode. Okay, spending okay, let them spend. But when it comes to the governance also, when it comes to the policy also, as I earlier made mention, they are completely in a reverse gear mode. It's something really sorry state of affairs. I was very proud. I should tell everybody, irrespective of governments in the state of Karnataka, the continuity of work will happen. But now we are not seeing the same. Everywhere obstruction, everywhere obstacles have been created. I don't see any good things happening. It's not been very promising. Being a Kannadiga, being a citizen of our India or Bharat, we feel really disheartened.
But then, many of your critics would say if the Congress is doing Labharti politics, BJP also did hard Hindutva before the elections.
Yes, it is not more of a hard Hindutva. We are trying to be equalizing. See, we are trying to, whatever injustice has been done, whatever the things have not been set right. For example, religion freedom bill. We are trying to create a situation where people don't take advantage of converting people, of innocent people, of their helplessness or their ignorance. Taking advantage of those kind of situation was not allowed. Hijab is something, a rule which was brought in the year 91. A uniform what has been prescribed to each and every student should be adhered by each and every student. So that was a uniformity. It was in the law of the, it was in the court also. It was passed through all the scrutiny and it was accepted. It was not a rule which was not brought by Karnataka government. It was Azan. Azan ka baad, Azan was not particular decibel is there. It was, they were just misusing, making more noise than what was permitted. See, some of this, and with regard to many other issues, we are not trying to cow slaughter bill. What was enshrined in the directive principles of the Constitution only we have implemented. Even in the Constitution, protection of the cows was given a topmost priority. See, like this, we are not gone, anything trying to, antagonize any particular section, working in a particular section. It's not like that. We are trying to set right, equalize, so that no unlawful situation or people taking advantage of the situation, trying to create tension, nothing like that. We are trying to just set right the things, whatever injustice was done, because Congress comes, it is only appeasement, trying to set one community other against another community. This is how they keep doing things. Even now what they try to do.
But a lot of people would say that they did a better on BJP in context of Labharti politics. They came back principally on those 5 promises.
See, Labharti politics, see, what we used to do is, we never used to make this kind of, offer before election, inducement. It is nothing but inducement corruption. Once you are in governance, depending on the need and necessity, see how the situation will come. Pradhan Mantriga, distribution of 10 kg rice used to happen based on the COVID situation. Or the farmers condition, it's been very challenging economic condition based on that. See, whenever the situation intervention is required based on the need and necessity, the intervention is to happen. It is not just like that, unscientifically, trying to take advantage of the state money. For winning election, taking advantage of the situation is totally different. Here, are they talking in the terms of quality education? Let me provide quality education. Yes, I am committed to provide a quality education, quality drinking water, quality health services, quality of good governance. Is that terms they are speaking? Corruption-free government. Are they speaking in those lines? No, they are only plundering.
Isn't this ironical? In fact, Karnataka in last 9 years is the only state which BJP lost on the corruption plank. After 2000 voting, corruption has been a sort of a BJP's plank. Karnataka was lost on a corruption plank. I am not getting into who's corrupt, who's not corrupt, but the plank worked for Congress.
Yeah, yes, see, they just made an allegation, a false allegation. It was completely ignored by BJP. For example, for the 40% what allegation they had made, or the PCM campaign what they initiated, something which was really ignored by BJP. We should have taken it down. We should have seen now in a situation, even one real charges are made, they try to book cases. We should have taken it down. We should have cracked down on them. Really, we should have cracked down, which we didn't do.
Are you telling me BJP failed to respond on time on the corruption issue?
Yes. We didn't make any proper explanation what kind of false allegation they have made. We should have taken it down. That's the
Why?
place.
Why did it happen?
We thought, see, people are good enough, intelligent. They will not, take this false allegation, because they never made any of these allegation without any proof. Without any proof, they have made this allegation, false allegation. They are just making this allegation time and again, 40%. Just it was initiated by one contractor association. Like the contractor basis was what GST they were paying, what income tax they were paying, what kind of charges they were getting.
Also, was it because of the reason that the house was not in order? Yedurappa ji had been retired. You had not decided on how the elections will be fought. There was turbulence within the organization.
Not necessarily. Yedurappa ji guidance is there always. He is the most tallmost leader in our state of Karnataka. His guidance, his presence is always there. So basically, this was more of an over-matured approach. Over-matured approach by our
Over-matured approach.
Yeah. Basically, taking it cool. See, taking it more cool. See, this kind of false allegation nobody will care. So that is the kind of take was taken. So,
but this is a very surprising statement. People will say BJP tends to overreact on charges. You are saying that the party underreacted.
No, it was more of an underreaction, to be very frank with you. Our then Chief Minister, he was more mature, more seasoned. He thought it was in a very basically baseless allegation. Even in the floor of the House, they never brought up these charges. Only outside the House, they used to make all this nonsense. Whenever the House was conducted, this kind of charges, they never took up this discussion. They never took up this discussion. Never they came out. Once one leader of the opposition in the council, they just rise, usually routinely they 40%. I told, what is that 40%? You tell me now. I am questioning you. Otherwise, we have to move privilege against you. You need to speak now. You need to justify. You need to prove what is that 40%. Tell me what is that 40% you are speaking. Just like that, you are casually mentioning. It is wrong on your part. You should explain. You should prove. The house is not a place you can't. They had no answer. They had no answer.
But it worked.
It worked. I agree with you. PCM campaign also it worked. Now there's a many campaign. Now pay YST, pay DKS, pay Chelvarai. Like this, many campaigns are there. Many campaigns are there. The timing was right for only during before the election.
Okay.
Now how much are you campaign?
Okay. Corruption is always a potent weapon, you know, whether it's 1980s. I think the corruption became a potent weapon way back in 1950s. But coming back to the issue of organization, do you think that organizationally BJP is now stable? Is there a succession line? Even in context of recent appointments, there was a delay of 40 days.
There's still a delay has happened. I agree completely.
Why is it happening in Karnataka?
Probably that was also one of the strategy to put around and take its own time, because we have our own strategy of approaching
I just want to know, challenges. Because Karnataka was the first state which BJP won in 2007. Why? Arun Jaitley was the General Secretary in charge. I remember it, I was in Bangalore then.
2008.
2008. So why? Are you saying that there is lethargy in the organization?
No, no. Our party, our organization, always it's on the toes.
But you are saying it's underreacting.
No, underreaction of the charges what was on the state government. On the state government, what should have been taken head on, I agree. I am not disagreeing, no?
Correct? You are
I am not disagreeing. What should have been taken head on was left to, you know, they thought people don't accept this kind of charges. These charges normally, opposition is always there to make all kind of false charges.
Mr. Narayan, do you ever feel in retrospect that BJP's defeat, I know you are not BJP, it's a party, has spawned a Karnataka model of development in national imagination? It has spawned Karnataka model of fighting election. It has spawned two thoughts which is providing great oxygen to the opposition. Before that, it was not available, sir.
Definitely. We have been a complete letdown. We have let down our entire party. We have let down people of Karnataka. We have let down people of India, Bharat. I completely agree. It was a real loss which we can't tell in any words. It's a totally, we made a blunder. We have made mistake from our state government. When we are in the ruling, it was our responsibility to ensure this kind of defeat shouldn't have happened. After doing good things, we were not able to present it, counter it. We have failed, I agree. But that has led to, as you rightly said, to the revival of Congress. Complete, I agree. There's nothing I don't disagree. But that doesn't mean people know it's a sinking boat. It has got no future. Who is the face of that party? The presence has completely eroded. And I don't think, like Karnataka, no other state will be a more vulnerable for all these things. Our lesson, what we have learned, should end here itself. We want to end here, and we want to prove the upcoming 2024 election. We want to set right that. We want to give back the good result, whatever, because people of Karnataka, they love Narendra Modi. They just love Narendra Modi. They have got great respect. He is a very promising leader, very tall leader. Just because of his blessing also, we were able to do well.
You know, obviously, but this election also shows that, you know, Narendra Modi plus is required, you know. It's the plus which was absent from the local unit.
See, all factors, ultimately anchor is very important. Face is important. The leadership is important. Yes, adding factor, every factor adds up, no?
Correct.
See, main ingredient is important.
Or is it because of the reason, sir, like BJP has been able to fix succession in Uttarakhand, in Himachal Pradesh, it's trying in Rajasthan, it did in Gujarat, it has a succession plan in most of the places, cabinet change, but in Karnataka, is it correct to say that the succession plan remains unfixed?
No, definitely in the state of Karnataka also. If that was the case, succession would have happened by now. If it is by natural, just like routinely I am eligible, I am capable, I am eligible by virtue of, no, nothing like that. If that was the case, automatically things would happen. No, they want to have a new thing, they want to have a better face, they want to have somebody who can really perform and do well. So that is a kind of, new change, a drastic change, a progressive change. That is what probably I think it might be in their mind. That is what I am expecting.
So are you saying that BJP in Karnataka is now fit enough to take them in Lok Sabha?
Yeah, definitely. You can't call those a political party and leader. This is government. Do you call this as a government? This government is full of chaos. This government is completely irresponsible. I am really surprised. I think from the day I have got some knowledge, I have not seen this kind of government. This kind of most irresponsible, it's an insult. Their own senior leaders have made, don't insult Karnataka. Forget about insulting our party, getting bad name, corruption, not for a state like Karnataka. That is a kind of situation has emerged, has evolved. They are completely.
But is BJP up to it to challenge them?
Yeah, definitely we are here to bulldoze. We need to get back. We want to expose them, show them their place. Really, it has been very disheartening to see this kind of people in helm of affairs.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for making time for us on News9. Thank you.